Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Kopp alongside former NCAA basketball player and almost perfectly matched on this evening, Nicki Jones. Nicki?
Yes, I love the pink for us. It's so cute.
Now, with it being the last regular season game, I asked head coach Aaron McKee if he could compare where they wanted to be at the beginning of the season to where they are at the end now. And he said the goal was to be in the mix and finish top 3 of the conference.
Mia Davis is doing what Mia Davis has always done for Temple. 21 points so far. She's knocked down a 3. She's grabbed a few rebounds, and she's just playing this all-around game, helping her team stay in this. And they're really doing a good job of just kind of following her lead.
As we know, this Big Five tournament has been around for so many years, so long that it goes back deeper than basketball. And some of those former players are now coaches, and the prime example of that is head coach of LaSalle, Ashley Howard. He actually used to be the ball boy for Temple back into what he referred to as the glory days, back when Temple was #1 in the nation. You talk a lot about your team facing adversity. How do you feel they faced it today, playing against a team that was virtually impossible to scout? For Delaware, they are one of 3 NCAA teams to return 100% of their roster, so they want to make sure that they use that to their advantage. And when that's not working, they want to go to their bench, who can also get buckets as well.
Yeah, and we know USF to be this extremely talented team. They have multiple players that can perform every day, but one thing they haven't done is lose 2 times in a row, so we'll see if they can bounce back tonight. Battles is just that player and has been that player for UCF to just take control, and I think she's had a great start in this game so far. She is just taking initiative with the ball and just going aggressively at the basket whenever she has the ball in her hands.
Happy Black History Month. It seems like every year this celebration grows in importance. We're starting to see more black people in more dominant roles, and using myself and Temple University as a prime example. A black sideline reporter with black head coaches for men's and women's basketball, as well as numerous black athletes. This representation matters.
We're going to stay in the low post for all of these, and Houston's 2 leading scorers have been 2 of their forwards, Tatiana Hill and Tamara Nard.
Yeah, this is my favorite game so far. But, you know, both of those players for Houston did a great job of posting up, making sure that their teammates can find them, making themselves really big targets down low, rolling to the basket hard, and I think that's part of the reason why they're just leading the way for Houston. There's so much pride and consistency flowing through this UCF team, and Diamond Battles is a part of the reason why. She's been the most consistent with 4.2 points a game. Her coach mentioned how sweet of a person she is off the court, but there's nothing sweet about her game. She's a monster and a go-getter. The way that she's able to kind of box out and grab those rebounds is not really a traditional way of doing it. She just really does a great job of holding off the other player and just kind of going aggressively to the ball. She does a really great job of it. And then also being able to go back up strong and make the shot also matters.
Coach, we talked about your team being consistent throughout the game, managing games. Today was a tough one. You were down for most of the game, but how do you think you guys kind of pulled through it at the end?
Box out and rebound. This is something they've done really well. They're top of the conference in rebounding, so they need to make sure that they're boxing out because Temple's really good on the boards as well. And then also start strong and finish strong. As I mentioned, they're doing really well. They're playing well, so start out this game strong, finish this game strong, and continue to finish their season strong.
Yeah, starting with USF, they have to make sure that they're playing to their strengths, and one of their biggest strengths is their scoring defense. They're second in the conference in that, so they need to use their defense to control the pace of the game. And then on the other side, they need to make sure that they get buckets. That's not one of their strongest things.
And sometimes, you know, Mia Davis will catch the ball and won't really look at the basket. She needs to look every time, and once she does, she draws the defense towards her, which allows Kyra Wood to be open down low.
With March Madness among us, every win of this part of the season just hits a little bit different. And with Temple being number 5, if they want to stay number 5, they have to get a win today against USF.
Taking care of the ball has been the name of the game for Temple for the past couple of years. They do it really well in spurts, but today it's especially important. And then obviously, all hands on deck. We need Anaya Gordine to come out with a triple-double, Alexa Williamson with a double-double, Mia Davis with a double-double. They have to come out strong and start out really aggressive. This is something that's not new to them. They did a great job of penetrating the defense by Temple. Jones really just kind of took over, but also Clark going in and being aggressive with those baskets down low.
With Temple's head coach Aaron McKee recently placed on the COVID protocol list, there's a new yet familiar face in his place. Associate coach Monte Ross got his first win this past Wednesday as interim head coach against UCF. He described this responsibility as a seamless transition. Since McKee gives all of his assistants a lot of responsibility, the guys are used to hearing other voices. But this isn't Ross's first rodeo, especially when it comes to winning.
No matter what happens today, Mia Davis has had an amazing career. 5 years at Temple with over 2,000 points, over 1,000 rebounds. We've seen her do it all and gracefully, but we're going to need her to do it all one more time for senior day for her last time at home.
Kaba looking down low. Smith. Just a nice touch.
She reminds me of this player called Nicki Jones.
I was going to say a young Nicki Jones, I think.
I couldn't help it, Kevin.
Offensively, you normally have those standout players with 20-plus points per game, but today you had 8 players scoring, 4 of them with double digits. How does that help you win games this season?
Well, you got to score the ball.
Jariah Horn is Tulsa's second leading scorer with just about 16 points per game, and in the last 2 losses by Tulsa, he did not produce. He had 2 points and 0 points in those last 2 losses, and that's something that cannot happen if they want to beat a team like Temple. He has to focus on the fundamentals, run the floor, go head-to-head with his defender, and right now he seems to be on the right track with 6 points and 4 rebounds.
Davis, this time a 3, just short.
That's going to be Mia Davis's best bet, shooting those outside shots a little bit further out. And then once she's able to do that, draw some defense towards her, then pass it down low in the paint.
Clinton weaving her way through the USF defense, then kicks it out. Shot fake and drive for Davis, and she gets to the rim. Mia Davis starting to pick it up. She's now got 7, and Temple is back within 7 at 24-17.
And exactly to my point, she's shot a few shots out there, drew the defense towards her, and was able to drive to the basket.
Nick Jourdain of Temple is having a career day, 15 points, a career high, shooting 6 for 8 from the field, and this goes hand in hand with the keys of the game for Temple to work that inside-outside game. Nick Jourdain doing what he does best, down low in the paint, as well as Damian Dunn getting buckets on the outside. So this is exactly what Temple wants to do for the rest of the game and for the rest of the season going on.
Yeah, for UCF, they want to make sure that they box out. Temple does a great job crashing the boards, and that's how they get a lot of their second chance points. That's how they get the flow of their game with the fast break options as well. And then obviously we talked about the pressure that UCF can apply. They are a very long, athletic, and active team on defense, and that we've seen can give Temple some trouble.
For LaSalle, it's going to be very important that they are containing Caleb Battle. It's not going to be easy, but Caleb Battle controls a lot of the momentum. He controls a lot of the energy for his team. They kind of flow as he flows. Today's top player is, by no surprise, number 1, Damian Dunn. He's currently at 23 points and 9 rebounds and just shy of a double-double. But this isn't his first time producing these types of numbers, with this being his 21st double-digit scoring game this season. His coaches have noted that he is understanding his role and what his teammates need from him. I know you always want more from your players, including Damian Dunn, but he's had a great season statistically. How proud of him are you?
I'm very proud of him.